Kermit the Frog here at UL Labs with Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Thank you, Mr. Kermit. Now let's talk about fire safety.
Always be careful around open flame. Did you know that a candle can reach 1,000 degrees?
Yes, I did. And that's why you should always keep a fire extinguisher handy, just in case there's a fire. Remember,
There's a fire.
Pull the ring.
There's a fire. Excuse me, Dr. Honeydew, but Baker is on fire!
Oh.
Commit a minute to practicing fire safety by texting UL to 87812. Disney's The Muppets, only in theaters.
Wildfires that have broken out in Colorado are being fueled by record temperatures and high winds.
There are some big ones. The largest is burning about an hour south of the city of Denver. This morning, several neighborhoods there are under mandatory evacuation orders. Let's get right to NBC's Miguel Almaguer. Miguel, good morning to you.
Matt, good morning. The Black Forest Fire has cut a path of destruction here. This blaze has chewed across some 8,000 acres. Dozens of homes have been lost, and this morning the fire is 0% contained.
Fueled by record-setting heat and low humidity, the Black Forest Fire raced through this Colorado Springs neighborhood. Flames consuming home after home after home. Up to 60 feared destroyed. The smoke plume towering thousands of feet into the air.
As you can tell, weather is not working with us right now.
Today, more than 2,500 homes are in danger. More than 5,000 people driven out by the flames.
I drove home, but they wouldn't let me in. But the smoke, I could see it from the north side of Denver. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
Larry DeFrancesco evacuated with his family, but returned to help a neighbor get his horse to safety.
Horse was totally freaked out. Tied him to the back of my truck, dragged him out.
Across Colorado, at least 5 fires are burning today. Near Canyon City, the Royal Gorge Fire has charred more than 3,000 acres. Locals fear for the area's iconic Royal Gorge Bridge, one of the highest in the world.
I question how it could be possible for structures on both sides to be burning and for the bridge to survive.
Across the state, resources are stretched thin. Back at the Black Forest Fire, more than 150 firefighters are on scene. This morning, dozens of homes are gone. A number officials fear will only rise.
On the front lines today, they are expecting another scorching day of temperatures. The big storyline this afternoon is going to be those winds. If they are calm, that'll assist firefighters who have a heavy day of air attacks planned. Matt.
All right, Miguel Almaguer in Colorado for us this morning. Miguel, as always, thanks for...
Maria Arcega-Dunn, a Tacoma boy's mother, says the Secret Service grabbed him out of class last Friday for what he posted on his Facebook page.
She was so outraged it happened without her knowledge or permission. She contacted us. Dana Rebick has more on this exclusive story.
They're very shocked.
It's the kind of call no mother wants to get.
My phone rings, I look at it, and it was the number to his school, and I answer it, and it's the school security guard just giving me a FYI, you know, for your information, just to give you a heads up, the Secret Service is here with the Tacoma Police Department, and they have Vito, and they're talking to him.
It turns out after Osama bin Laden was killed, Vito LaPinta posted an update to his Facebook status that got the feds' attention.
I was saying how Osama is dead and for Obama to be careful because there might be suicide bombers.
A week later, while Vito was in his fourth period class, he got called to the principal's office.
A man walked in a suit and glasses, and he said that he was part of the Secret Service, and he told me it was because of a post that I made, and it indicated as a threat towards the president.
Tacoma schools did acknowledge that a Secret Service agent questioned Vito, but after that, the story becomes very different. They say a security guard called Vito's mom because the principal was on the other line, and that they didn't wait for her to arrive because they felt that she didn't take the phone call seriously.
That's a blatant lie.
Timmy Robertson says she rushed to Truman Middle School immediately and arrived to discover her boy had already been questioned for half an hour.
I would just about lost it. You know, my son, my 13-year-old son, who is a minor, who's supposed to be safe and secure in his classroom at school, is being interrogated without my knowledge or consent privately by the Secret Service. I was very scared.
The 7th grader says once his mom showed up, the agent finished the interview and told him he wasn't in any trouble. Now he's more careful about what he posts online. But Timmy says the school and the Secret Service are the ones who need to watch themselves.
For me, it's not about what my son did or didn't do. It's the way they handled it, because he's still a child.
In Tacoma, Dana Rebick, Q13, Fox News.
We also reached out to the Secret Service agent for comment today, but
Not only is your every move on Facebook now being posted for your friends to see, but Facebook might still be watching even after you log out. Australian blogger Nick Kubrilovic is causing quite a stir after he revealed on his blog that after you log out of Facebook, your browsing activity is still being tracked.
Well, what's happened is a very disrespectful and sort of underground sort of attack on people's computers. This stuff has sprung up without proper disclosure, without proper visibility, without proper discussion.
Mr. Kubrilovic claims Facebook continues to collect your web browsing data, also called cookies, to track online activity. While this is fairly common for all websites, David Vale from the Cyber Law Centre at the University of New South Wales says Facebook is abusing the way it monitors people.
And it's a form of sort of spying and tracking and surveillance of people that most people aren't aware that is occurring.
Mr. Vale says the major abuse of online tracking is the collection of cookies by third parties for advertising purposes. In Australia, online data often gets sent to servers located overseas.
You don't know who's collecting them, you don't know who the information's being passed on to, and so the capacity for them to do things adverse to your interests, like trading your information, like trying to put together a sort of psychological profile that would be useful both for advertisers trying to get past your defences and also for scam artists and fraudsters to try and trick you.
Mr. Kubrilovic's claim comes after Facebook made changes to track users' activities. The new timeline has been met with complaints, and there appears to be little users can do to stop the tracking. Mr. Vale says the same goes for cookies.
There's conceivably a web server could send a cookie back or edit the cookie that it's stored on your machine to put whatever it likes in there. And so if they wanted to put your password, they say, we're going to make this really, really helpful. We'll just store your password there for you so you don't even have to log in next time.
Facebook and Mr. Kubrilovic could not be reached for comment.
Facebook? Have you thought about the privacy you put at risk? Facebook allows users to post their favorite music, books, movies, their address, hometown, phone number, email, clubs, jobs, educational history, birth dates, sexual orientation, interests, daily schedules, exactly how they are related to friends, upload pictures of themselves, and even political affiliations. Its privacy policy even goes so far as to state it also collects information about you from other sources, such as newspapers and instant messaging services. This information is gathered regardless of your use of the website. Think that's scary? The Facebook's term of service state, by posting member content to any part of the website, you automatically grant, and you present and warrant that you have the right to grant to Facebook an irrevocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, transferable, fully paid, worldwide license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, perform, display, reformat, translate, excerpt in whole or in part, and distribute such information and content, and to prepare derivative works of, or incorporate into other works such information and content, and to grant and authorize sublicenses of the foregoing. Have you seen the Facebook's Pulse feature? Pulse provides statistical trends among universities down to minute details such as percentages of females with conservative views, the student body's top 10 movies, and percentage of students who have read Catcher in the Rye. The so-called privacy policy goes on to say that they may share your information with third parties, including responsible companies with which they have a relationship. Can you think of any marketing group who would pass up buying such valid yet easily collected statistics such as these and others? So maybe they're using us. But is there more? The first venture capital money totaled at $500,000 came to the Facebook from venture capitalist Peter Thiel, founder and former CEO of PayPal. He also serves on the board of radical conservative group Vanguard PAC. Further funding came in the form of $12.7 million from venture capital firm Accel Partners. Accel's manager, James Breyer, was former chair of the National Venture Capital Association. Breyer served on National Venture Capital Association's board with Gilman Louie, CEO of In-Q-Tel, a venture capital firm established by the Central Intelligence Agency in 1999. This firm works in various aspects of information technology and intelligence, including most notably, nurturing data mining technologies. Breyer has also served on the board of BBN Technologies, a research and development firm known for spearheading the ARPANET, or what we know today as the Internet. In October of 2004, Dr. Anita Jones climbed on board BBN along with Gilman Louie. But what is most interesting is Dr. Jones' experience prior to joining BBN. Jones herself served on the board of directors for In-Q-Tel and was previously the Director of Defense Research and Engineering for the U.S. Department of Defense. Her responsibilities included serving as an advisor to the Secretary of Defense and overseeing the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. This goes farther than just the initial appearances. DARPA shot to national fame in 2002 when knowledge of the existence of the Information Awareness Office came to light. The IAO stated its mission was to gather as much information as possible about everyone in a centralized location for easy perusal by the United States government, including though not limited to internet activity, credit card purchase history, airline ticket purchases, car rentals, medical records, educational transcripts, driver's licenses, utility bills, tax returns, and any other available data. All of the above raises more questions than answers. Perhaps if the Facebook wishes to stay ethically sane, it should enact a policy. What happens in the Facebook stays in the Facebook.
Why are we having such trouble getting online?
Well, it says here we might be having a problem with our download.
A man can only eat so much fiber.
Yeah, and then it says maybe our bits aren't streaming fast enough.
At our age, we're lucky they're streaming at all.
Well, this thing doesn't work. What do you want to do now?
Nothing.
Sounds good to me.